What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma if you're new here, and I love to talk about all things Peloton, cycling, and fitness, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I post every single Sunday. Today I'm going to be talking about Peloton programs Revamp. They announced this at Homecoming this year, so that was back in late April, early May, and I didn't want to make a video about this pretty much the same reason as I just made a Strive Score video a couple of weeks ago, because I wanted to test out the programs, really see what they're like, and get my opinion on it. I have done programs before this revamp. I actually filmed a video doing the beginner yoga program, which was only 2 weeks at the time. And I've also done programs since the revamp. Right now I'm doing the Crush Your Core program by Emma Lovewell. I'm almost done with it. I'm on week 4 and it has crushed my core. And I just thought that I would sit down, tell you what has changed, what is new, what programs are about, and then give my opinion on it. So first, just to give an overview about what programs are, if you don't know, I really like them. Peloton says that they're a collection of courses designed by an instructor or multiple instructors that are designed to help you reach a specific goal. So like I said, I'm doing Crush Your Core, which obviously focuses on your abs, but they have beginner yoga, beginner strength, discover your power zones, beginner cycling, road to 5K, road to marathon. They have a bunch of different options for programs you can do depending on what your fitness goals are. And basically a program spans for a certain amount of time, which it will tell you. And during that time, usually multiple weeks, it will lay out every single class that you should take every day. So it depends completely on the program. Some programs are only a 5 to 10 minute commitment a day, while other programs can be 30 minutes to an hour a day. It really depends on the program, and you can see that commitment before you join the program. Before this revamp, the days were more of a suggestion. It kind of broke it up into weeks, but you could really take the classes in whatever order you want and whenever you wanted to take them. But now after the revamp, it's definitely way more locked in. You don't have to follow their day-by-day schedule, but basically it's broken up into weeks, and during the week you'll get X amount of classes, and if you don't do all of those classes, then you just skip them if by the end of the week you haven't done them, and it'll just move on to the next week. And then you can also click to skip classes and go to the next class, but you can't really take things out of order. Once you skip the class, you can't go back to it, and you can't just take whichever class you want. Basically, you need to follow the order they do. So although you could do it in slightly different days, you could do day 2 classes during day 1 along with the day 1 classes, you can't skip from day 1 to day 5 to day 3 and just do them in any order, which you used to be able to do. So this is definitely way more regimented. And then also with the new program revamp, they've locked you out of taking the classes in the program unless you are in the program. Before, they were just classes that also existed on Peloton separately, so you could just take them whenever if you wanted. But now you have to be in the program, and you have to have worked up to that point to be able to take those classes, which I think is good and bad. There's motivation, but if you miss a class, you can't retake that unless if you're going to retake the entire program, or if you're going to just start the program and then skip through a bunch of classes. Basically, it's hard to take unless if you're in the program. Peloton has also worked on gamifying the programs, which I think is one of Peloton's strongest suit, make everything a competition. So basically you can get a bronze, silver, or gold medal for the program depending on how many classes you complete. So you'll need 15 classes to get bronze, 20 to get silver, or 25 to get gold. It changes depending on the program, but I feel that is kind of motivation to keep coming back and hopefully working up to either the bronze, silver, or gold medal. And you can now find all of the programs on the app. I find them on the iPhone app, and it's just under classes, and then at the top you can see programs, collections, some other options, and I hit programs and it will list all of the programs. And then once you click on a program, it will tell you a description of the program, what instructors are involved, what equipment you will need, how many weeks the program is, how many classes are in the program in total, how many days a week you'll need to commit to the program. Some programs are only 2 days a week, while others are all 7 days a week. So that's something to keep in mind and a good thing to look out for when selecting a program. And how many minutes a day roughly you will spend. It's usually arranged. So for the Crush Your Core program, program, it's like 5 to 15 minutes a day, but I believe like beginner strength is like 30 to 50 minutes a day. So it also can kind of tell you how serious and how much time you're going to have to dedicate towards this program. You can't see specific classes you're taking until you join the program, which I'm not a huge fan of. So usually what I do is you can just join the program, like there's no consequence to that, and then I just like look at the classes and then leave. I like to know like exactly what is up with my schedule, so I don't want to just like blindly join a program. I'm sure you can also find that information online, but that's just like the easiest way for me. I wish that you could see all of the classes before joining, but I don't know if like making people join is making them more likely to stick to the program then if you've already joined, but I just leave if I don't want to do it then. And as soon as you hit that join button, the countdown starts for the first week, so you'll get 7 days. It's not like down to the minute, it's down to the days. So if you start the program on Monday, then it's going to end the following Sunday, and week 2 will start on that Monday again. So that's also something to keep in mind. I've seen people complain online that they don't understand like when the program is going to end or when the week is going to end, and then they miss taking classes they wanted to take because, like I said earlier, if you end the week and you haven't completed all of the classes in that week, it'll just skip to the next week, and the classes that you missed, like you can't go back and retake. And like I said earlier, you can take the classes at any pace you want. You can double up on some days, skip other days. They have recommendations for what to do on which day. It'll be labeled day 1 through 7. But you don't really have to follow that within the week. But once you're outside of the week, then you're skipping ahead. So now I'm going to go into what my likes and dislikes are. Overall, I think that this redesign was really good. I honestly think that programs were not very good before this redesign. They also have collections on Peloton, which are just kind of like grouping classes together. And programs was basically the same thing as collections as before. Like they give you a rough outline of what to take on what day, but there was like no motivation to stick to that. There was no real reason to like complete it in that time frame. Like I took some programs, but basically you had to be like very self-motivated because there was just no reason to like adhere to the program at all. So I think that gamifying it and kind of keeping you on a schedule are really great improvements that Peloton has made to programs. Also with the redesign, Peloton definitely took programs that already existed, but then they definitely have added some more. I think that there was some Power Zone training programs before this, but now they've like fully fledged out to different programs, which I think is really awesome. I don't think that they've added any new programs since this announcement of the redesign back in May, but I'm hoping that they will in the future. I personally would love to see some cross-training programs. I've really been enjoying the Crush Your Core. It's really stuck me to that schedule, and I feel like I do see an improvement by like coming back every day and doing core exercises, which I wasn't doing before. And then finally, I think gamifying it is great. I also have a like and dislike to the program just moving on, even if you haven't completed the full week of workouts in the allotted time. But I think overall, it kind of does keep me on schedule, and I've definitely missed classes at the end of the week, and it's just like, okay, that's fine, but now we're like on to the new week, so here's some more classes to take. And I feel like if I knew that I could go back and take the classes that I had missed before, I'd be like less motivated to stay on the schedule. So overall, I think that it's a good thing that they kind of push you, and if you miss those classes, you're just going to miss them, and that personally like motivates me to stay on the schedule better. But on the flip side of that, that's basically my number one dislike, is that if you miss some classes for whatever reason, there's basically no way to take those classes then. Like I would love the option to take those classes in addition to the new week's classes, just so I feel like if I am motivated to catch up, I like could catch up. And the fact that they're not available, like not in the program, is kind of a bummer, that it's like, oh, I just can't really take these classes easily unless if I just restart the program. Another dislike is, I don't know if it's just me, but I haven't found a way to stack classes that are in programs into just like my normal stack. So usually what I've been doing is I start with the Crush Your Core program and then I go into stacking, but I'm like very, very into stacking the night before. I stack my strength, I stack my rides, like everything is already stacked, laid out very nicely. And I just find it clunky in the morning that I have to go into this program, find the class I want to take it, and then move on to my stack. And that also kind of dissuades me from taking programs on the bike, like, because then it's going to be like I'm starting my stack with the strength and then I have to like stop my stack to take this class that's in the program and then go back to my stack to finish up my workout. I just think that it's a clunky experience. And I think that the issue with this is that those classes are not meant to be taken outside of the program. So it's like, I don't know, hard for them to put it into a stack, I guess. But overall, really not a fan that I can't stack program classes. And that's actually probably the thing that annoys me the most on the daily. And then finally, this is something that Peloton could change. I really don't like that you can't see what classes you would actually be taking in the program until you join the program. I personally really like to plan my workouts down to a T. So I would really like to know what classes there are. And I feel like at this point, basically, I've joined every single program just to kind of get an idea of the classes, because I want to know. Like, I joined the Power Zone training program because I thought I'd be very interested in that, but then I saw that the first whole week was Power Zone endurance rides, which aren't my favorite. Like, I don't mind doing one every once in a while, but I don't want to do them for like an entire week. So then I'm just like, okay, this program's not for me. I am leaving it. But yeah, overall, really don't like that you can't see the classes. And personally, I feel like it dissuades me from trying out new classes. Like, if I could see exactly what classes they're recommending, I think I'd be like more likely to join it and commit to that program. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. So those were kind of all of my opinions on programs. Overall, I think that it was a really good change for Peloton and probably one of their strongest things coming out of homecoming this year. I think this was a good direction for them, and I'm really hoping that they keep expanding, especially fingers crossed for more cross-training programs. Let me know what you guys think about programs. I would be interested, or really collections. I've never really gotten into collections. So if you like collections or any good programs, please let me know. I'm always looking for direction from the outside of what to take during my workouts. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys are staying safe, having an awesome week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!